Hey Serena. Yeah, let's look and see what you have here for the background. This right here. Um, yeah, it's okay. It's just doesn't. You can't really see it. It doesn't. It doesn't really add anything, but it doesn't take anything away either. So the first thing I'm going to do is just put. I think I already have done this with your file a couple times, but I'm going to put everything in. Let's see what this is. Oh, that's your image masks, not your text. But I'm going to put all of your, oh, is that your, no. I'm going to select all these and put them in a folder just so I want to move it. And let's see, yeah. It's just too big. It's taking up the whole, the whole picture plane. And so it's not really going to allow for the text or the background. So I'm going to make it a little bit smaller just by, the Command or Control T transform tool and holding the shift key down and dragging these so it's smaller. Yeah, it's too bad you haven't had a chance to incorporate any of my suggestions. That's one reason it's looking really flat, is because these head-on one-point perspective images. I think I showed you all this stuff before, but again, if you just show an angle, it just has a lot more depth. So when you're looking at everything head-on, it's just it's always going to be flat. And another thing too is that if you think, well, okay, I'm looking at these head-on like I'm looking at my laptop, the keyboard's never going to be on the same plane. It's going to be perpendicular, right? So it's the keyboard and the monitor are going to meet like at right angles, just like a laptop when it's opened. The keyboard is it's at an angle. So just a few other things. You've got some real pixelation issues with these cables, so I would definitely try to work with those because it just continues to be a point deduction back from a long time ago because, a lot of this is the high quality image part. This looks kind of bad too in terms of quality. So just, a lot of refinements need to be done. Yeah, you still have the wrong size. It needs to be 8 by 10 and 72 pixels per inch or 72 dots per inch. And again, this goes back from week 1. So, there's a number of things to work on. Another thing too is the text, and I think I've mentioned this to most of the class. You might want to go to dafont.com, and you can look under these techno fonts. So you can really look under any kind of font, any category, and there's so many cool fonts, and they're super easy to install. All these sci-fi and techno kind of fonts. Just make sure if you do this that you make it legible because it's really important. But again, look at all the fonts, 43 pages just in this one category. So with the square one, 32 pages. And again, you can look at other stuff too. Let's see what old school is. Oh yeah, these are mostly like those scripty. Then we've got just the basic stuff, which is actually a good choice too, because they're usually that is a really cool font. They're really legible. You can always, and what's cool about this is I can type in computer Chris, and then I can submit, and then it's going to show me what it looks like in that font. So so it's just this is a really useful tool. And then if you want to download them and put them in your system, you just click here. So anyway, so yeah, just quite a bit of work here to do. Yeah, can you see that? Can you see that looks pretty bad? I'm not sure. It's like I'm always kind of, this is okay. This one looks really pretty pixelated. You can see the pixels here. Let me just show you somebody's who's open that I just did, David's. So when I zoom into his, do you see the difference in the quality? I know it's hard to see in this jink thing, but look I'm zooming in pretty big. And, it still looks pretty good. When I zoom into, you can see the pixels right here. But if I zoom in the same amount, can you see the difference here? So yeah, I mean, you really do want to create a portfolio piece, you know, and I know I'm sure you want to get a decent grade. So yeah, just grab me on Google Hangouts. I'm really, you know, really open for feedback, and I can do a little jing like this in the middle of the week. I would, where's the text? I really like how you already have the text on different layers. That works good. To be honest, you know, this technique is fine, but you know, you can't see it with such small text. You would have to really get the text to be a lot bigger to make the image mask stand out. So I would suggest not using that. It's just making your text less readable. I mean, this still should be smaller, you know, and I'm not sure about the cables coming out this way. I just have a lot of questions about, you know, about this caricature. And, you know, I mean, I know I've shown you so many examples, so you just might not have the time to put in or whatever. But again, most, you know, this student spent like hours and hours and hours making this look the way it is. And it looks really good because he put the time in. So, so anyway, yeah, just let me know if you have any questions. I know you're going to a wedding and I know you're busy and all that stuff. So yeah, but yeah, I'm really flexible and willing to work with you and give you any kind of help you need. Okay,